Huzzah.
Huzzah. What should we talk about today?
Said you had some topics.
Huh?
But you said you had some topics?
I do have some topics. Just trying to decide what topic.
Fair enough. Choices.
Yeah. I mean, the basic one is, especially with how long it's been since the last stream, is what have we been up to this year?
Yes. Ugh.
Well, first of all, hi, I am back. It is me, C.R. Fahey, otherwise known as Makes, otherwise known as Casey, which is the easiest one to stick to. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Live. Let's go with that. Or Kamikaze Kaiju, whichever. Whichever anyone prefers.
Liv plays D&D with me on Saturdays. It used to be Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Monday a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Which really wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it was a long time ago. My whole sense of time has just been destroyed. This year. What is time?
What is time? Sounds fake.
Mm-hmm.
What is your Twitter handle? I cannot remember it. There it is.
Lost
The same as D. For some reason, I was like, Kamikaze Kaiju. Where is she?
Yes. No, I need to come up with that Twitter account so I can use it for all of my gaming stuff.
Are you okay with me putting the Lost in Legends
Totally.
up there? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Alright, that's Twitter. DeviantArt, because that's where the people who know us are.
Yeah.
And Patreon. That should be done.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
the thing. That's also a thing. Yes.
That's a place
Definitely.
that I post content.
Yes. That would be very good to post to.
Video URL. There we go. Here's a stream. It's a blank white screen right now, but I'll draw in a minute. What have you been up to this year?
This year has been very interesting because I try to stay home whenever possible, but I still work and I clean houses for a living. So it's one of those things that's like it's pretty safe because a lot of times my clients just kind of like move to one room while I'm there, so I'm not having to be around people. Plus I'm like disinfecting as I go, so it's not too bad. But man, like my social life is just kaput right now aside from online stuff, which has been a fucking godsend. Excuse me, I don't know if we're cursing on here or not. I'm sorry.
I'm not monetizing this channel.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I swear, you getting me into D&D has been a lifesaver this year because I don't know what I would have done. I mean, I game and stuff, so I've got like friendships and stuff that I maintain while playing video games, but this has been way better overall.
You
I
get to
appreciate
see
it so much.
faces.
I do. It's nice. It's like hanging out with people.
I remember the last time I mentioned it. I said I can count the times I've been outside on both hands all year.
I believe it.
I think even now in December, I am still at that less than both hands number, which is sad. And I'm not counting taking the garbage out because I'm still in pajamas and it's like.
No, sure, because you're not like leaving your space. Like that's just going outside to take care of that. You're not going somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
It's
yeah, that's completely different.
It's been fun. I say with all of the irony. Okay, let's see. I have been requested I draw my character Bree as Krampus, so we're gonna do that one first
Yes.
because that was the request. That was it. Yes. Like, there's always this joke that D&D is therapy. It has definitely been therapy this year because holy shit.
It's a nice outlet, I swear. Like, it just creatively, emotionally, socially, like, it's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Horns are hard. I'm still trying to figure out. Without sharing too many details of, just in case my DM chooses ever listen to the stream, I won't share too many campaign details. But I remember I spoke about it recently. We were told that there is the possibility that we might die sometimes, certain arc heights. And you know what? As a writer, as a storyteller, I'm cool with that because that's
Yeah.
character development. That's a good story. That's real stakes.
Hmm.
As somebody who has been emotionally attached to my characters in ways I was not expecting, I'm sitting here like, you better not. I'll break your
Yeah.
game. I'll break your game if you
There's a
do it.
delicate balance there. I think that's the risk of taking like existing OCs that you have and like converting them into D&D characters because you have such a huge deep attachment. Not to say that you wouldn't have that with a custom like fresh character that you craft for a campaign specifically, but I feel like it goes a whole lot deeper when you're
Yeah,
talking about a character you're already emotionally invested in because that's your baby.
yeah.
So
I
yeah, I don't know.
because I am for that campaign specifically. I used he's very versatile, and I can't say there haven't been private storylines I've thought of where maybe he didn't live through the whole thing, but like
Hmm.
when I'm inhabiting him and I'm
That's
playing him,
yeah, that's
it's different.
different though, because like that's a private like little world that you've got in your head, as opposed to having to like share that with people. I guess I don't know.
I guess, yeah. I'm just sitting here like, but he's fun. But he's so cool though. He's best rogue.
Yes, he was made to be a rogue. I swear.
Was so made to be a rogue. Like I didn't even have to think about it when I was figuring out how to make him in D&D.
You're like, oh yes, by default, that's what he is. That is
That
his
is him.
class.
Yes.
Canonly, that's his class.
It is. It is canon. It is canon. Shit.
Like for real. It's so funny. I love it
Barrel.
though. Feral.
Barrel of goblin. No children, just goblin.
Like a barrel of monkeys. Barrel of goblins.
I draw goblins a lot smaller than I think they actually are like supposed to be.
How
It's
big
just
are
like
they supposed to be though?
I think around 3 to 4 feet. Like
Okay,
they're
that's
small
pretty good.
scale, but they're not like teeny tiny.
Right, right. You like, what size do you think you draw them at then? Because I always got the idea that yours were like around 3 foot
A three
ish.
foot is the capper for mine.
Oh, they're little then.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. These are just little
three
goblin
foot's a
babies.
tall boy.
Yeah. I mean, the ones that I drew for the token pack that I'm making, because I'm making a token pack, because of course I am. I am obsessed now. It is.
Yes.
It has happened. It is over. There is no coming back. D&D is my life, at least part of it.
Blame Jeff.
I do blame Jess.
I guess I could blame Jess because by proxy, you got me into it. So like, it was her fault. She started it. So.
Yeah,
Well, I'll just blame Jess.
I'll blame Jess. Jess is working again, so she couldn't be here today.
No.
Maybe one day she'll tell us about that job when she's no longer there. Like she'll come on and we'll bitch about customer service sometime. Here we go.
There you go.
That's how you get a whole. The crazy thing about Tiefling Tales is no one ever really like. I rarely see someone draw it at the length that it's described, but it is a 5 to 6 foot tail.
That's a long tail.
Yeah, like it
Is
doesn't
it just
have to be
like
like
a
that, but because you can have like some of them can have cloven feet and others don't type of
yeah,
deal. But it's when I was
lots of
reading the
variety.
manual,
But
it's like 6 foot tail. I'm like, are you fucking what?
whew,
I mean, I
are
love
they
it.
supposed to be like style and everything?
I use it that way. Like I use it as as a third
I see it. True.
as a
Yes.
third appendage.
Yes.
If I had a DM told me I couldn't do that, I'd be like, well, then I don't want to play your game because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yes.
Like they are a demonic primate. They have a prehensile
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah. Sounds fair to me.
Yeah. Because I don't care how shiny and glorious they are, elves are primates too. So if it's a tiefling from an elf
Yeah, it's
lineage,
true.
primate too.
Primate. And tieflings are just hell monkeys.
Hell monkey? Tieflings are hell monkeys. I'm writing that down on the screen.
Elves. uh, Speaking of elves as primates now, though, it's just funny. They don't have tails, so they'd be apes.
I mean, to be fair, we are apes.
Well, yeah, we are. It's just funny of thinking of elves in that perspective.
Yeah. Good rough. Let's split this layer up so I can maintain tieflings or hell monkeys on its own layer.
I'm watching the YouTube stream, so it's like a little delayed, so I
Oh.
don't get to see all that stuff until like several seconds later.
Well, as long as you can catch if there's a comment. I don't think there's gonna be a lot because I haven't done this in
Yeah,
a while, but just in case, because I can't do both.
yes. I haven't seen any yet.
But I don't need her quite so high on the page. I want to do some stuff back here.
So cute though.
Should this be my Christmas card?
Yeah, you could, honestly. That'd be so cute.
Yes.
And it ties in fantasy and D&D and all that stuff. It's your characters, so yeah. I think it should be Christmas.
I would briefly, on that note of my characters in Christmas, I have to address one thing. I love you guys. I really do. But everyone who has voted for the December illustration so far has voted for the option of both series
Why did you
ensemble.
put that up there? Why did you put that up there?
Because I am just as much of a masochist as all of you are sadistic psychopaths. So
yeah, okay, that's fair. I'm sorry, but I couldn't resist. It was a hard choice, okay? It was a hard choice. But I feel like it's been a while since you've done a big group shot, so
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's gonna be fun.
Do you have any ideas or concepts what you want to do?
I think I might go with generic Christmas party if I don't think of something else before then. Because the first Christmas one I did, it was. Where was I really supposed to go more backward? It was basically everyone getting together for like a little Christmas thing. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. So like I might kind of revisit that like a lot cleaner with less of the side characters. I didn't change the angle much at all. Because I included so many side characters the first time, and like looking back, I was like, Moira, she's a problem character. Like there's things that she has done and said in that series that I would not write now if I were writing it again.
Fair enough.
Like that first chapter, woof. Like there's a reason that she said it, and there's like a reason for everything, but it's like I am fresh, young, out of college, don't understand the problem with using it that way reason.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't do it quite that way anymore. But like
Yeah.
I like her despite her issues for the stuff in my head that I have not yet reached a point where I can share about her, but
Hmm.
she doesn't need to
Yeah.
be on an ensemble shot. She's not a main
Yeah.
character. She is an NPC.
That's yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, just keeping it to main characters is a good way to do it.
Yeah. I still think it's absolutely hilarious that I'm so attached to Bree when she was a character I made as a joke.
Yeah, but like it's so good. So good.
Like I literally was thinking, it's like I want to make a bard that's a rock star, and I will admit that at least half of her design was based off of the rock trolls.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Like
But
it's I
that's
didn't.
such an adorable character design though. It's so like grungy and badass and adorable.
Like people talk shit about the Trolls World Tour. I actually like it better than the first one.
I still haven't seen it. I need to watch it. The first Trolls was cute. Like I
It
didn't
was really
dislike
cute.
it. I thought it was good.
I like rock
But
music
I
though, so
right. I keep meaning to watch it though. I need to do that.
I think it's on. Is it on Hulu? It's on something now.
I think it might be. I feel like I've seen it pop up before.
She's not
I'll
raising
check
her
that
eyebrow doing the DreamWorks thing. She's got both down. This is her classic expression.
out.
She's a problem child. Her bejeweled horns.
Yes.
It's sad that her mohawk blocks the one that's missing because I really, for some
Yes.
reason, I just really like the aspect of her design where it's like missing horn. You know, arguably
Yes,
I could
I
have
love
drawn
it
her the
because
other way
it's
around.
like it's just like a very huge visual clue that she's obviously been through some stuff already. So yeah,
She's the battle bard.
I dig it.
So many layers. Okay. So yeah, what have we been up to in 2020? D&D is what we've been up to in 2020. I played it all of
Yes.
2 weeks before I tried to run a campaign. It lasted a successful
That's
10 weeks.
yeah, it really was early on that you decided I want to DM. I barely know this, but I want to DM.
I could tell
You did
very
you
early that
did
I.
really well though.
Oh,
Honestly, I mean,
thanks.
I say that as a total noob who really doesn't know, but I don't think I would have ever known, like had I not been aware of the fact that you had literally just gotten in. You did a super job.
Oh, thanks. It's like the parts that I need to keep it that I still like struggle with and I need to remember all the time is the game mechanics because
Mhm.
like world building, character stuff, keeping track of a bunch of crazy ass people and role play like that I've been doing. Been doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the game part and the rules are different. I'm not used to there being so much structure in a story.
Yeah. A lot to keep track.
Although it's hilarious because if you think about it, like text role playing two characters trying to convince something or somebody of something, like you had to have a hella good argument. You just had to be convincing. Whereas in D&D, it's like, no, you got to roll high.
Yeah. You could have a really, really good argument and just roll crap, and it's not gonna go.
I mean,
That yeah, that part gets a little crazy.
yeah. However, I would say that if you guys did like legitimately roleplay a good argument, like I will reward good roleplay. I will do that.
That's fair.
Like
Okay.
I will like give you inspiration or advantage if it's like a legit good argument.
Yeah,
Be like, no, that should work.
yeah, sure.
Or I'll forget to have you roll and just say, okay, he agrees with you.
Yeah. We'll just skip that. We'll just say you won that.
Well, if the character is
But
like does have a legit bad charisma, it's like I should probably make you roll.
yeah, you see, yeah, if it's something that wouldn't make sense for that character because of their stats, like that's something to take into consideration for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sorry, Fee.
I was literally just thinking that. It's so good though.
I
It
know
makes
she
for
keeps.
so much awesome random shit.
I know it's like I think you keep trying to be charismatic. What are you doing?
The whole stat switching when she's drunk. The
I
best
know.
though.
Like
I love
that
that.
is like so not with the rules. But as soon as she said that, I'm like, I am for it. You can have
I've
that. That's the rule
gotta
now.
gotta do that. It's great. Because it's not like it's an automatic buff. Like there's consequences to that on the other side. So it's not like it's necessarily a good thing
Yes, but she can still
by
fuck up.
default. It's yeah, very much so.
Long appendages are difficult.
Yeah, it's like long and curvy and it's also like really thin too.
Yeah. How did I have a little spade? It was like a half spade. There we go. Yeah, she's got like a half spade going on because I gotta be. Well, because I think it's visually appealing, but also I gotta be special.
Yeah. Yeah. Would it be like a would it be very hard? Would it be like cartilage? Like I don't know. Or would it be
Yeah, that's probably
flexible?
like, if not cartilage, then like tough.
Mhm.
I would probably consider like that. That's probably cartilage. I think. Otherwise, it'd just be like a skin
Cartilage and
flap, and
bone.
that's gross.
Oh, ew, gross. Yeah, no.
Yes, I regret
Cartilage.
even
Cartilage
saying
sounds.
it.
So it's like an ear.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Nice. It's a random thing.
I have to look up my rep of her because I forgot how I did her shirt.
Oh no.
Where is it? D&D stuff. Miscellaneous art. Aha. Alright.
That is so demanding, man. I've got Grim sitting beside me, and he's just like, stop. Pet
Okay.
him.
Sweet. Yeah, I can do that. You got Graham?
I got Graham,
You got Graham?
my little buddy,
I love your
my little.
pet naming system. All the you're pretty much
Yeah.
like, all the goth shit.
Yep. All the cats are goth names, and all of the reptiles are kaiju.
I love it.
Yep. Grim and Reaper, Gwen and Coraline, the kitties. They're all little house panthers.
Yes.
They're black. And
Small voice.
then you've got your pumpkin boy.
I got pumpkin chai.
I
That is not his name, but the chai part is. The pumpkin is not. But
feel like the pumpkin's just kind of like an unofficial
it's implied.
add-on.
Just have one little finger out so I can make a claw.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah. More of a triangle face than what I was drawing here. There we go. I was making the
Did
cheeks
you watch the
tickle.
Krampus movie?
I have not
Oh,
because
you haven't.
I just I keep making a list of things I want to watch and then I just don't.
That's fair. It
Yes.
was all right. I felt like it could have been better, but
I feel like
I
that's
think it's only a PG-13 horror movie, so of course it's gonna be pretty tame. But
yeah.
I legit I want like an R-rated Krampus, like really scary, dark movie. But
Oh hell yeah.
it was good though. It's worth a watch.
I will have to check it out. Let me move it. Thank you. Here we go. Horns that
I
go
love how
back.
big your goblin's ears are. They're so cute. So expressive. They're like little like green pig bat creatures.
Yes.
It's
I mean,
adorable.
I had to avoid the anti-Semitism somehow.
Well, there's so many issues.
So many issues.
Not that hard, people. Like you're doing fantasy. Like there's so many options out there.
Yeah.
Be creative.
Like one thing I saw this morning, there's a
Mhm.
person on TikTok who does a lot of videos because he's Jewish, and he'll do videos like
Mhm.
this and this about anti-Semitism in pop culture. And one thing he pointed out where
Mhm.
people were coming at him about Tolkien and anti-Semitism in Tolkien, and he's like, first of all, I'm gonna say this one thing: don't come at Tolkien. Because Tolkien, there is because of just the era and because he was like a British white guy at the
Yeah.
time, there were problems.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
but specifically the pointing out anti-Semitism for dwarves in their original form, Tolkien actually felt bad about that. He tried to fix it because
Yeah.
he was a Jew, he was a fanboy of he was a Semitic fanboy. He loved them. His
Yeah.
like members of his family were Jewish, so when somebody pointed it out,
Yeah.
he tried to fix it. Like you can't completely remove all of it once you got it there.
Right. Right. That's why you will notice that they kind of have a bit more of a Germanic um lean to them. He kind of went more for like a bit of a Viking
Yeah,
vibe for them later on. So
yeah, he made him like a more
but yeah,
proud warrior
yep,
situation going on.
yep, very much so.
But like he showed clips of things Tolkien said, saying, "See, if you take this out of context, it doesn't sound good. But if you know how much the man
No,
actually loved them, then
for
you see,
real.
like he was just doing that foot and mouth disease problem, where you kind of wish his Jewish family was sitting there like, shh, shh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true.
But yeah, like we're in a time and age now where we have enough access to information and to other people where
Right. It's
it's not
very
that
different
hard.
era. Yeah, honestly. And trying to use the argument of, well, it's always been done this way, like in fantasy and stuff, is a really lazy argument and very insensitive argument, I feel.
Very, very,
Because
very.
it's like you're sitting there trying to make your own fantasy universe, but you're still going off these tropes and these styles, like the original or not. Like you can't do both. Like I don't know. It's
Yeah.
interesting to me. There's, like I said, there's a lot out there. Be creative. So
Because like I'm sitting here like I know I say stupid shit without realizing it. And like
it
I
happens.
constantly I rely on my friends in groups who are in like groups other than what I'm in to tell me when I say something stupid, and I'll tell them that. I'm sitting there like, look, I grew up white in the South. I am so stupid. You have to tell
Yeah.
me.
I mean, that's part of being human is listening and learning to each other and like growing from it. Don't sit there and take offense to everything and take taking it as someone trying to control you or whatever. Like listen and then process and move from there. Because again, that's how you learn and how you grow. So because we all come from different backgrounds and different perspectives.
Yeah. It's just something as
It's
simple as if you're,
valuable information to be able to share that stuff.
yeah. And it's like such a simple thing. It's like if you're doing a thing about something you're not a part of, talk to people about it.
Talk to someone who know it
Yeah.
exactly. If
Like,
it's something you don't have experience with, then go learn.
yeah. And like, this is the one sentence, singular sentence I will say about this topic because I know Liv has heard me argue about it enough, but as a reference. But for example, if you're writing an episode where you about a character who his entire plot line is I left an Orthodox religious community. Maybe talk to people from the Orthodox religious who left the Orthodox religious community, and they'll tell you why you
Yep.
shouldn't write the whole plot line of another character who left an Orthodox community, asking him to pray. Like how that's
Again,
actually insulting.
not like tropes.
Yeah,
It's so stupid. Just be realistic.
yeah,
That's not reality. That's just ugh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's not
there was,
original and it's not accurate.
yeah, because like I know there was a thing I told you about, but then I was catching up on a series. There was another one where
Oh no. What
there's
series
another
is this?
um The Good Doctor. So TV drama. TV dramas are the worst. They always have at least one miracle episode, and Criminal Minds is the first one that made me mad. Because again, they always use a character that's been hurt somehow, and I'm like, I'm ranting again. So, but like, it bugs me is what I'm gonna say. But for the
It's a tired trope.
yeah, but like the new episode, the one of the new characters, one of the new surgical residents, he grew up in a Orthodox Jewish community. Like he grew up really religious, really isolated, in New York. And his background is he left the community. He was like, I can't live like this. I'm gay. I'm leaving. And then there's this episode where there's a guy who was his first patient who was dying, and they had a connection where the guy was like, "You learn how to read people when you had to grow up in the era that I did, being gay." So he clocked the resident as a gay man really quickly because he's like, I had to learn how to read that. And there was like a connection between them because it was his first patient, but he was dying. And at one point, he's like, he had just finished being told about the guy leaving his background, and he's like, "Would you pray for me?" And he's like, "I can't do that." And he's, "Oh, I'm not a believer." And he's like, "Neither am I, but you know something." And I'm like, "Well, right there, he wouldn't have asked for that.
No.
He wouldn't have asked for that."
No, that's silly.
That was so insulting to me. Like it wasn't just annoying, it was legitimately insulting. It was worse than the last time they did it because I'm sitting there looking at it like I've actually known people who grew up not just in a religiously fundamental community like I did, but specifically Orthodox Judaism. That would be so insulting.
Yeah. No, it's out of touch writers right there for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's like the point of this segment is talk to people.
Talk to people that actually have experience in that area. For real. Not that hard.
Yeah. Despite the amount that I've now gone on about this still counts as managing not to rant for me.
Yeah, you're doing really good. I'm so proud of you.
I'm trying. I'm in therapy, I'm medicated, I'm doing my best.
Going good.
Let's see, what did I do in 2020? I had to go to the doctor a lot.
Yeah. You had to go to the doctor, and your cat had to go to the doctor a lot.
Oh my god, poor Chai. He had crystals in his pee. He has expensive cat food now. It's so expensive. Yeah. He eats more expensive food than I do.
But it is helping, right?
Yes, he's doing so much better. He's lost a lot of weight too, because he's not on dry food anymore. Right. He still has that little spare tire because he's a neutered male cat, and apparently orange males have a tendency to carry more weight. So
yes, they're chunky.
Yeah, he's a chunky boy. But when he's sitting or laying down, he looks like a pudding. Like he doesn't loaf, he puddings. But when he's walking around or stretching out, he's like long boy. So a lot of the excess fat is gone now, but he's still carrying some around. It's like that little last bit. He's like, no, I will not be 15 pounds.
Oh, I love it.
Ah, yeah, I had to go to the doctor a lot. I still don't know what's up. I
Yeah,
hopefully will know next week if they don't reschedule again. Specialists in
they better not,
rescheduling.
dude.
Specialists in rescheduling. There is a topic. Because, yeah, they
It's
better
the
fucking
worst,
not.
dude. It's a thing. If they do it again, that is just
Oh, God.
unacceptable.
Yes.
Okay, so when did you originally schedule the first appointment? It was like clear back in what, like August,
Oh,
September,
no,
something like that?
I originally scheduled it in I think it was either July or August. When did my sister stay with me?
I want to. Well,
Oh,
she was
she was
there.
here
Was it
all of
June?
July. She was here all of July.
June, July. Okay, July. And it was right after that. I thought it was August, is when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
first
August was when I was
had
getting
like your
sick.
appointments and stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
August was when I got sick, because immediately after she left and I was alone for a while again, my body decided to completely fall apart because stress. It kills.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like I full on since the last time I streamed, a lot has happened, including the fact that I now
Mhm.
apparently have stress-induced asthma. If I'm stressed out, I can't breathe. So that's been fun. So like I was supposed to go talk to a pulmonologist at some point, but I haven't been able to because even though I was supposed to, it, like already it was like in the time of COVID, that's gonna be a wait. Like
Yeah.
that's just going to be a wait. But also it so like 3 months wait, but then the day I'm supposed to go there, I get a call and they're like, "There's a conference. Can we reschedule?" And I'm like, "You didn't know about the conference maybe at least yesterday?" Um, and then she tried to schedule me for Christmas Eve. And
uh,
I told her I was like, "Ma'am,
uh,
no."
I wish I was surprised by that, but I'm not, because
Right?
that's just how specialists are.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that probably would have gotten rescheduled the day before a holiday. There's always something that comes. So
Right?
it's good that you got them to go for a different date.
Hopefully they won't reschedule again. If they reschedule again, I'm gonna be
I hope not.
writing a very strongly worded letter.
Dude, I've been waiting for August.
A Krampus because face idea done. Images. There's
I
one.
love it.
There's another. Okay, okay. The pictures of him with like the long ass tongue over like licking a child is like a lot. This is a lot for me.
Yeah, that's a bit much right there. You know,
I
there's
did find a
different
picture.
variations.
Yes, it's just a lot. I did find a picture of the pop that I have. Like I actually have it. Okay, open that image in new tab. Open that image in new tab. Here we go. Yeah. Like this, I'm gonna post a picture of it. Just gonna copy and paste. Make it bigger. I actually have that little guy. There's actually, when you turn him around, there's a child in the bucket.
Is there really?
Yes, there is. There
That's
is.
so cute.
I when I got it, I showed
That's
it to my
scary
roommate,
but
and she was
cute.
like, "No, I don't like that." I
I like the detail.
yes, I put him on my
So
storage
when
shelf.
I oh yes, it's perfect. When I lived in Germany, one of my favorite memories was going to like the Christmas markets and stuff. But I remember specifically going to a Christmas party at a friend's house, and over there it's like a huge deal. At Christmas parties, there's like actors you rent out that come as like Saint Nicholas and Krampus.
Hmm.
And I remember they got an actor to come in as Krampus to mess with all of the older kids, and this dude was terrifying. He
Mm.
had like this big old like woolly pelt with these huge horns that he wore, and you couldn't see his face. I just remember him being totally terrifying. I remember like going and hiding behind my mom. But he was really it was cool though. It was really neat.
I don't even
St.
think.
Nicholas was nice. He gave us candy.
Huh. I don't even think that my family ever did the whole somebody dresses up as Santa or anything. I would have
No,
loved
we
if
never
they.
did that growing up.
I would have loved if they
We
did
did
the
St.
Krampus.
Nicholas, but we didn't do Santa.
Oh,
Oh, dude, that'd be yes.
I
Oh,
would
that
have
would be
fucking
kind
loved
of
that
funny
shit.
to bring that out as part of it. Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding.
I need to adjust the barrel. You know what? No, I like it as a barrel.
I like it.
I'm gonna make it chains. Do another layer of adjustments for chains.
You should alter Bree's coat just a little. Well, no, I guess never mind. Just kidding.
I was
Nope,
thinking
she
of
looks.
because I was thinking of adding like a fur collar around here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking was doing like something kind of like a Santa looking thing because I've seen pictures of Krampus where he's wearing something kind of like Santa, but like a dark gnarly version.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Change all the ropes and shit to chains, and it'll look proper for my bar block. Sold her soul to her grandpa.
Yes, I love it.
So far, he is the most straightforward member of her family, so she's like, fine, I can live with this. Which is
I'll
kind of
accept
sad.
it. I'm not gonna try and deny that part.
Put an extra chain here, so it looks like it's actually secured. There we go.
Nice.
She's strong. She can handle that.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah. I was.
I don't imagine goblins weigh that much anyway.
Yeah, probably not. No, I loved it though because like when I was building her up and I kept doing like strength feats of strength, they were like, "Why is your bard so strong?" I was like, "Because her strength and her charisma are the same."
Yes,
Yes,
she is strong and sassy.
she needed to be strong to smash her guitar on the stage.
Yes,
Now
priorities. Get her.
she was a joke. She wasn't supposed to be serious, but now she's like Team Big Sister. Like, how did
Well,
this happen?
she kind of had no choice but to be, just given everything you guys have been through in that campaign. Just saying.
Like, Jesus Christ.
There's a whole lot. Things could have gone very differently for her. She could have, still been a bit of a joke character, but nah, man. You guys have been through some stuff.
I
Bree
think I'll
specifically.
definitely, yeah, definitely. I think I'll definitely use her in another campaign in the future.
Yeah, do it.
How do you like that little fur collar I added to her coat? Has it shown up yet?
No, there's quite a bit of a delay between the YouTube stream and this.
Oh.
Right now, you're still working on the chains on the YouTube stream.
Okay. Well, when you see
But
it,
I'm
let
sure
me know.
we'll be ready. Yes, when I see it, I will say.
Hmm. Oh, I need the little broom thing. That's what I need.
Oh yes, don't
The
forget that little
the
switch thing.
the switch, yeah. Broom.
Room switch. I mean, they're both made out of branches,
Question
grass.
mark?
I don't know, whatever it is.
Hmm. She's got both hands on the chain.
You could have it like put through a belt or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Bring her coat down a bit. Bring it up over here so it's thrown over the tail instead of splitting it. So I designed her coat where it's got a big
Oh
ass split up the back so her tail can go through.
yes, I love it. Yeah, you're adding the fur color now in the stream. It looks good. I like that. That adds some nice wintry vibes to it.
Yeah. So you can see her belt and her big head crushing thighs. She's got that strength going on.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
required of her background. It wasn't just me making a joke character. It was required of her background
Yeah.
that she be
Yeah.
strong.
It makes sense. For someone who was a knight,
Yeah.
she did some physical training.
They very specifically had her listed that she's a ser and not a dame. SER.
Yes. Yes.
Here. Switch on to belt. There's a lot
Yes.
of very chaotic sketch going on.
I love it.
Red eyes in there because I love them.
Of course.
Gotta put all the eyes in on the goblins so I don't forget where their faces are.
Yes. Good plan.
I know that tieflings aren't supposed to have pupils, but I like designing them with like either like like the eyes are supposed to be a solid color, right?
Mm-hmm.
I personally like it where this for the solid color, and I'm drawing an example that should show up in a minute. Where if I either have it that a little pupil mark is a slightly darker color
Mm-hmm.
and showing up, so I can see where they're looking, or if I make it an ever so slightly lighter color. Like personally, I like the lighter color better because it still looks like a highlight,
Well,
but it
yeah.
also shows
Yeah.
where they're looking.
Yeah. That's cool.
Just adds more
I've seen
expression.
people do. Yeah.
You've seen people.
It helps. Oh, I've seen people do stuff not necessarily with tieflings, but like with characters that have like solid color eyes, where they'll have basically like their iris and pupil is still there, but it's like really like faint or clouded because it looks like it's under the solid color. I guess I don't know if that makes sense, but I've seen people do that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the idea of doing like the either the darker or the lighter, so it just looks like the way it's shading or highlighted.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of how mantis eyes work. I don't know if you've ever like looked at a praying mantis up close,
Yes.
where just the way the light will hit it, it makes it look like they've got pupils, but they don't. But it's so cute. I love it.
They got that little tiny dot just following you around.
Yeah, it's
Like
so cute.
to me, that's more intimidating than like just a solid eye looking at you. Because if it's a solid eye, like
Kind of, yeah.
the
You
mind
don't know if
reads
it's
that as
actually.
like blind.
Yeah, kind of. No, knowing something is actually like looking at you is intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I see your eye exam. I finally got there's a big delay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like that.
We've also got to do a new group ensemble because this
It's
was
gonna
our
take
old group
lots to
ensemble.
change.
It's a bit of a change. A
Yeah.
bit of a change. Like
Seeing new people.
yeah,
Flash has a different body.
yeah, it's like these two people aren't there anymore. Like he's not there. He hasn't been there since like the second week I played. They have a different body. He's got like 3 NPCs he's maintaining that are just part of the team now.
Yeah.
And then we have like Honkin' Dragonborn just joined, and itty bitty Eladrin, basically Elsa.
Yep, but like young, more princessy Elsa.
Yes. Like Anna with Elsa powers.
Mhm.
I need to do a new group shot. Don't save. But yeah, it's been a year. It has been a year. That's the most I can say about it.
Yep.
I was supposed to be at FlameCon in August, but FlameCon is next
Mhm.
year? Question mark.
Yeah, at this point, it's even hard to say that.
Yep.
Hopefully so, though.
Hopefully, I'll have hopefully 2 books to sell then.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes, episode
And
2
lots
is
of cool
kickstarting in
merch.
March.
I'm gonna be here before we know it.
I've already been doing
Ugh,
hella research on it,
Good.
trying to think of rewards and shit. A bit longer. Needs more hair. It occurs to me that she probably in the game is in need of a shave. I think she might be getting a little fluffy.
Starting to grow a bit of a mane.
A little bit. Like it's supposed to be shaved sides, but it's like definitely been
Right.
like at least 11
How long is
days.
this? Okay, so it's not horrible, but definitely growing out past what she probably would maintain.
Yeah, she's a little fluffy right now.
Did she shave it herself, or does she go somewhere?
I haven't decided. I kind of want to say that her giant Goliath friend does it for her.
Oh yes,
Team
this is
Dad.
perfect. Yeah, they're buddies. They've known each other a while. She'd be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can you help me with my hair? Shave the side." I could totally see
Like they were buddies for her first 5 levels.
that. I love it. I love
I love her so much. I mean, I was. If she dies, I'd be very sad.
her. No, I want to try and keep it from happening.
I know who exactly I'll be like, hey Rob, let me play this. But I would like not to do that.
Yeah, let's you know let's hope that doesn't happen. But if
Yeah.
it does, yeah, at least you're prepared, I
How do I forget how to draw her ears?
guess.
It's been too long since I've drawn pointy ears. Oh no!
Oh, unforgivable.
Isn't it
Doing a
though?
lot of the stuff you usually draw. It
I
should
know.
be. Plenty of practice.
I know. It should just come naturally to me at this point.
hmm I'm always like, whenever I do triangle ears, they just or triangle ears. Whenever I do pointy ears, they end up being triangles. What I went to say, but yeah.
There we go. Pointy. Pointy mobile ears.
Pointy.
Pointies.
Yes. Do they move? She does
Yes.
move them. They're mobile.
Yes. It is required that they move. It's cuter that way.
Yeah. I like can't do pointy eared characters that can't move their ears anymore. It's impossible. The
apparently,
problem.
apparently, Jess is the same. Like I didn't know that her orc that Grogar's ears moved. But when we started adding text
Uh
for downtime, she started like noting it. I was like, I didn't know they did that. That's adorable.
So cute. You can see that in some of the pictures she's done of him, though.
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed that. It's so cute.
And when I asked her, I was like, "Oh my god, the ears move." She's like, "They're pointy. Why wouldn't they?" Like,
By default, hello.
yeah. I was like, "Okay, facts, but not everyone agrees with me on that."
All the earrings. Does she have hooves or are they
She's got regular
regular?
feet. Cheers had hooves. Jess's tiefling.
Yes. Yes. Because I know you had said earlier that that was an option for some folks.
Yeah. Why are tongues at an angle when they're not like forked or otherwise inhuman difficult? Like that's an odd thing
It's
for
true.
me to have problems with.
Yes.
Here we go.
You have little fangs.
Yeah, there'll be things. I just put a dot to see what the little mantis looking eyes would look like, and that looks terrifying. That is actually, I was right, that's worse than a solid colored eye.
It's way worse, right?
Oh, my back. Ugh. I have the spine of a 45-year-old person.
It's not okay.
No. Hair is very high. I'm gonna scooch it down a bit. I wish I did more sketches and stuff traditionally, but sometimes when I do, I catch myself looking for undo or for cut and paste.
Oh,
It's bad.
yeah.
There's the original position. I want it down here. Left. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that.
I love it.
One thing I've noticed this past year is I've missed things that I did not think twice about my first 3 years living in New York from North Carolina.
Like,
Like I miss this one Japanese restaurant we used to go to all the time. Like this cheap little place near the outlet stores that every now and then when we'd be in town we would just stop and go there. Like I miss that. I live in Brooklyn and I miss that.
yeah.
I actually miss the Chuck Wagon. There was a place in my
Aw.
hometown called the Chuck Wagon. I miss it.
Aw. I bet it had good food. A place like that sounds to
No,
be really good. No?
no.
It sounds like it would be like good like comfort food or something. Oh, that's sad.
It was greasy chili dogs in Hunt Brothers Pizza
Oh,
because it got bought out by Hunt Brothers Pizza.
oh, that's sad.
But even before then, it
Never
was like
mind.
greasy chili dog and heart attack in a bun. That was the kind of food you got there. But I miss it because like when you were in high school and it was walking distance, and you were a senior and could skip, it was great.
Fair enough. You know.
There was a place that was only open during certain parts of the year, like a warm weather restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Cedar Branch. That was the church. Why am I wanting to call it Cedar Branch? Oh my god. Can I not remember the name of this place? Cypress Grill. That's what it was. It was a place called the Cypress Grill. It was only open during certain times of the year because it was associated with my hometown had something called the Herring Festival every year.
Okay.
Even since
Like
we're
the
no longer
fish?
like the fish, even since we're no longer allowed to
Okay.
fish in the river because of
Oh, right.
wildlife problems. But we kept having the Herring Festival. So the restaurant would only be open during the season where everyone's fishing.
Yep.
And we would go there at least once every year. The food was okay, but it was like that was Southern comfort food. You go there for like local made
Okay.
pie, hush
Yeah.
puppies and shit,
Yeah.
herring, and it always made us like my older family members would always get sick because it was so greasy.
Oh,
But we would go
yeah.
every year.
Becomes a tradition at that point.
Yeah.
Like worth it for every filming, I guess.
Yeah. Get the memories.
Yeah.
Like I'm missing stuff like that. Like
Yeah. Stuff
yeah,
you just didn't really think about much before.
yeah. Like there's a guy I went to high school with who started messaging me recently for a commission, and I'm like, I actually miss this person. Granted,
Aww.
I don't have a reason not to have missed him. Like we got along fine. He was a really nice person.
Yeah. It's just someone you just kind of fell out of touch with, right?
Yeah. Like like he was nice to me and stuff, but we weren't like in the same social group. We weren't like best friends or
Right.
anything. I mean, we were in band
Right.
together, but
Yeah.
there you go. Got her
That makes sense.
earrings in. I can't forget the bling.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
It would be a shame.
Yes.
I love the fur color so much. It looks so good.
I can't wait to get to the goblin starrings and you're like, look at the little hand on her horn. It's so cute.
I love it.
It's personally funny to me because she quote unquote adopted a small goblin baby that they just
Yeah.
found. Oh no, I forgot where the chain splits the fur. No.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I can fix this. It's easy. Furs, once you figure it out, remarkably easy.
Dude, I hate Eclipse so much. I'm over here trying to post a status about your stream, and CA is just stupid.
Don't even get me started.
I know, I know.
Yeah, that's another thing we did this year is we Blind bitch moaned about the DA update where they made Eclipse mandatory. We couldn't stay on the old site.
Mhm.
They're like, I'm trying to turn to my old hobbies for therapy and the apocalypse.
Yep.
And the platform
Yeah.
is fundamentally different.
It's just really sucky timing. There's some things that they've done with the changes that have been alright, but overall, I just ugh, it feels
Yeah.
so unnecessarily complicated and not in a beneficial way.
Yeah. Because it's not the same thing as just a site updated. It's fundamentally changed the
No.
way it works. So it's like the same audience and people that
Mhm.
used to use it before can't use it the same way now.
Mhm.
Like it was a forum, it wasn't social media.
Mhm. They should have They should have made Eclipse separate if you were to ask me, like make it like tied to DA, but like a branch off type
Yeah,
thing, I guess.
it should have been
Like
like a
make it
separate
the option.
service.
You could like connect it. Yeah, like you could connect it to your DA account and your profile and everything, but like I don't know. I know that costs money and all
I
that
was about to
stuff,
say that
but
would cost money.
it would cost
It
money.
would
But
cost
you
money.
know,
It would have made sure you didn't lose your users.
yeah, I know so many people that have left, and I've been tempted, but I just have nowhere else to go. I love DA, even if it frustrates me.
Yeah, because also it's like
I'll,
it's harder these days to find a place to feel comfortable to post anything other than extremely mainstream
hmm.
content.
Yep.
Like
For
there are
sure.
places niche people can go, but that's because they already know the niche people that are there.
Right. It's really hard to break in with niche stuff
Yeah,
anywhere else because like this is where I've been for over a decade. Like I know people here. I'm known here. Like I don't really want to move.
yeah. Like I have worked long, hard hours maintaining a fan base and earning my trolls.
uh yes. You get the trolls.
Been trolls and spam this year. I've hit the point where I keep getting bot
Oh,
attacks on
so
my
much
website.
fun. That's so weird how that started all of a sudden though.
It is.
Like on your website. Like that's just doesn't. Hmm.
Yeah. Like someone on Twitter was sitting there like, "Can you talk to me to an admin?" I'm like, I am
Yeah, I
the
saw
admin.
that. Yep, that's me. That's me, and I don't know how to do it. Nope.
Yeah, it's like, hi, it's me. Hello. You know what? I like how I had it. Ta-da. Oh, wait. There we go. Poofy fur collar. I love it. I'm saying for this picture, she borrowed Blue Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say, hey,
totally.
can I borrow that? Why? Reasons.
I have reasons, yes. Yeah, I probably would. Just let her use it.
I want to know what his deal is.
I almost went into a little bit last night, but we didn't really get a chance to. I was like, I would feel flustered
Yeah.
right
Like some things
now.
you
Soon.
can't go into like week 3.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Like he's still like he's gonna work with these guys because of the situation he's in, but he's still like I don't. As soon as we're out of here, I don't know about that. So
Yeah.
still wary, but they're growing on him a little bit. He's gotten drunk around them. That says something. So
But you have seen me incapacitated.
he also danced with them. So yeah,
Yeah.
things are lightening up a little bit.
That's a bonding activity.
Yeah.
If you dance with Bard, you are friends with Bard. Or she will try to make you
Oh
one.
yes, I love it.
Although she's
Well,
like
she already gave him a
seething.
compliment, so that helps. That wins her some points. So all you have to do is talk nice here, and he'll eventually ease up. Give the ego a few strokes.
Yeah. He's a preener.
He is.
I want to try and like something I need to do this coming year is start
Mm-hmm.
that little for fun Monster House comic. That's what I need to do.
Yes.
Like
Oh, that'd be fun.
it'd be all sketch, so it would be fast enough to
Yeah,
produce. Just do a couple pages on the weekends.
that'd be a cool idea. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You find a way to bring more of Minx's usual story in, even if it's not necessarily the canon version.
Yeah.
Still pretty consistent with her being able to Bring in some of the other characters in different forms would be fun.
Where did the sleeve go? Can't find it anymore.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to last night, but after there was the explosion of fire, Deer got one back. I was gonna like make a remark about his furs being on fire and him being pissed about that.
Yeah, he would be. He would. It's like, not my
But
good furs.
ah,
You're ruining the
it's hard to
barbarian
make
aesthetic.
right rude. It's not like he technically needs them to stay warm since he's got his ring of warmth, but
Yes, it's the principle.
it's a part of the look. So, you know, heels and fur. So
What?
her claws, are they like just really strong fingernails, or does she actually have like claws?
They're functionally like really strong fingernails, but they grow that way. So it's
Okay.
like both.
Yeah.
You know how I'm sorry, Bree, but you know how with rats and in mice and rodents and like minks and stuff, it's
Yeah.
their claws kind of look like nails,
Yes.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, dear, but I'm about to compare you to a rodent.
I feel like she wouldn't take that as such an insult, would she? I don't know.
She'd
Depending
pretend
on
to
what
be
kind of rodent
insulted.
you would.
She's like, on principle, this should bother me, so I'm going to act like I'm mad.
Sure. I felt like if you were to like compare her to like a minx or a ferret or something, it wouldn't be quite as.
Minx, no. Ferret, she'd be confused by. She's sitting there like, what? A fucking ferret? How the fuck am I a ferret? The fuck do you mean a ferret?
Noodle cat.
Noodle cat.
Uh,
Every time I
TikTok.
see yes, the little one with the sable just jumping up like, yee!
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Every time I see new stuff on like any kind of cute little mustelid, I'm like, this is it. This is my favorite animal.
Yes, they're just so cute because it's like a cat that's like small and noodly.
Yes.
It's like all the best things about cats and rats and mice, like all rolled into one adorable creature.
Adorable little spaz monster. They dance to intimidate their prey. Mustelids are
So
bards.
cute.
She is a noodle cat.
Yes. Noodle cat. He is. Definitely.
Hindsight, I probably could have said that as a tiefling she's got a forked tongue, so I could draw the more Krampus look, but you know what? It's fine. It's
Have
fine.
you ever specified before? You could specify it now.
Her furry first profile, I drew that with the regular
Oh,
looking
that's
tongue.
true. Yeah. Oh, you can update it if you wanted, but I don't know. It's up to you.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, technically, she can like do minor illusions, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is fine. She's got enough else going on.
Fair enough. She still looks far from human.
Yep.
There's no mistake in that.
Sitting here like dragging a barrel of goblins, like, how do you like me now, ma?
Yes. In your face.
Oh, everyone was immediately putting her on the spot last night.
You want to talk about your family? No. They sucked. Everyone else is like, well, at least you had one.
Like, she's sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know? You're lucky.
Yeah, basically.
Sitting there like, trust me, they're overrated.
Mold.
Honestly, though, I was sitting there hoping you would have a chance to say something about that, so I was like, I want some of the backstory. I want some backstory. Not a good time for
I will
it, but I
find a
want
way.
it.
I will find a way. Maybe next session, depending on what happens.
Well, we're about to get blowed up, or we did just get blowed up. We done been
We
blowed
did
up.
get blowed up.
Yes,
We might get blowed up more, depending on.
yes. You want to know something that confuses me is how can something be lightning resistant but not also fire resistant?
I know. I always think of I think of Hellboy when he's in the subway and he grabs the track and like
Yeah,
electrocutes the hellhound and he's like fireproof. But it's like electricity, fire. Like if
it's
it were up to me, I would say fire and electricity you gain resistance. I would think that scales in general would have some resistance to fire unless it's like super duper hot and like direct exposure, I guess. But I don't know. Not
yeah.
my. But yeah, if I would say fire and a similar resistance. Whatever.
It's just so strange. It's like it's
Mhm.
lightning is hotter,
Mhm.
so you can
Mhm.
resist one. I mean, there's probably an argument saying, oh, something about magic. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
don't care.
Or Rob actually gave me like I'm like entirely resistant to lightning because I've got the buff from being a blue dragonborn and because of my storm herald path. And since you can't
Oh,
technically stack it, I'm like completely immune to lightning, which
sweet.
is cool. So yes, it don't bother me. I really am Thor there.
Yes. Level 8, baby.
Yes.
Why are chains
I've got
hard?
this idea. Huh?
I said, why are chains hard? Idea for what?
Well, because they're so detailed. I kind of want to do Tiefling Morty as like some kind of rogue because like he could be like white with like the blue markings and he could have like the horn and the red eyes. Like I kind of want to do that.
Oh, he'd be terrified.
Like this really suave assassin. I would be terrible at playing him, but it would be fun to try.
Yes.
Maybe someday. Maybe if we can convince Sam to play with us, maybe I'll do that.
I feel like saying you'd be playing Morty would be how we convince Sam to play
It very well might. I think she's warming up to it. I think we might be able to convince her.
someday. Someday soon.
You hear that, Sam? In case you're listening, you don't have a choice. It's only a matter of time.
One of us. One of us.
I love it. I love how this is coming out. This is so good. It makes me happy.
So many chains. So many chains.
Yes. Jess needs to do Santa Grover.
Yes. Yes,
Either
she
that
does.
or I don't know. She can do Santa Crothar, and Grogart can be Mrs. Claus. Oh no. Or they could just both be Santa. Santa and Mr. Claus? I don't know.
Maybe. Mr. Claus? Mr. Claus.
Yes. Either one of them would be a good.
Hmm. I mean, we can't forget, though, one of them is a cleric of Lolth.
Yeah, minor details. That's the thing.
He's the most adorable cleric of Lolth in the world.
He's the only adorable cleric of wolf in the world.
Yes, so he's most by default.
He's most. Fair enough.
Trying to remember how I had the coat laying. Oh god. Alright, so I had the switch tied to the belt. That's here. The belt goes here. Somehow, in some way, and my free associating line making me remember that I have to finish watching Golden Compass.
Oh,
I do not know how I thought of it from this,
that's a very interesting connection.
right? I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know how I got there.
I haven't watched the series. I watched, or I vaguely remember reading the books as a kid, but man, it's been a long time.
It was one of those series that I'm glad I read it before a certain parental figure found out that I was reading it, because he would have taken
Oh,
it.
I can imagine the issues. Yep, I can imagine the issues he would have had with that.
His response to me watching the music video for Lady Gaga's Judas was, "Isn't that the sacrilegious one?" And I just
Oh
stared
my
at him like,
gosh.
"You just said the word sacrilegious in all seriousness in the year of our Lord 2014.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me though, given the way you've spoken about him before.
Hey, yep. I have which is trauma.
That's one way to put it, for sure. A mild way to put it, maybe.
A little bit. A little bit.
Mhm. Mhm. Uh,
There are some books and or comics that may come out one day that will make it very all the more clear
mhm.
because of the ideas I have for those series.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like her big old belt level.
It's simple.
Well,
Big, square, and gold.
yeah. You have the jar with her new sword too.
Oh, I do. That'll be in the group ensemble. She has a new sword
Perfect.
that's like cursed. Well, possessed.
Yeah, that's yeah.
A not quite family heirloom, but family heirloom if you will.
It's been made into a family heirloom.
It is a family heirloom now. Wood detail. Very rough wood detail, but it is required. Now to do the actual detail. Fuck it. I was gonna try to do a pun, but I failed.
You tried.
I
You
tried.
tried. It was there.
Try.
Oh, I'm sure Jess would have.
I wish Jess wasn't at work right now. This would be hilarious because
Maybe
she'd be
next week.
maybe next week, yeah. She'd be punning left and right. We'd be groaning and bitch whine moaning.
I need to ask her. Nobody, you LOL, but nobody else laughed at my Tears for Fears pun with the Tears for Queers. I was so ashamed and amused by it. Nobody else reacted. Ah. Oh well. It was stupid.
Well, that's what makes the best puns. I'm mildly cheating on the top part of the tail, but I don't care because curves are hard.
Cheating.
I drew a sketch. So, like, cheating, take advantage of the tools that I have. Semantics. If I had one of those curve rulers, no one would ever know. You can't see what I put on the tablet. I had a bit of a this year existential crisis concerning Avibus. I did do that this year.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It is on a slight hiatus while I figure some shit out.
Yeah. You officially called a hiatus on it then?
Yes, I said there would be a hiatus for a couple of weeks between chapters 1 and 2, but it should be back by Christmas. But I needed a break because, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, there's things that I would do differently now. But I can't just rewrite the
Yeah.
series. Like, I'm not doing that. That would take so
No.
much time.
It would be a lot.
Like, that shit is 6 years old. I can't.
Yeah.
But, like, figuring out how to make it work with what's already there and where I would want it to go. And also,
Watching you
like,
do the curve of the tail now. Sorry.
huh?
It's satisfying. I'm watching you do the curve of the tail right now and it's really satisfying. Anyway, sorry, you were saying about Avibus.
um, I was saying it's like depression was also a thing. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so it's like I had a hard time loving my babies.
Ugh. That's tough, but like it's understandable with everything that's going on. But yeah. That.
I think it just had the downside of not having as much of a benefit of time and polish put into it before it started as Saints
Mm-hmm.
Quarter did. Because Saints Quarter I actually started before Avibus was ever a thing. I just took it back down and
Yeah,
fixed it for a few years.
that's true. Yeah, you kind of like revamped it and redrew a ton of stuff. I remember that.
Yeah. It was originally going to be like College Town story with blah blah blahs.
Yeah, I
Like
remember that.
people that could see shit, but now it's like, nah.
Much more urban, much more secret.
Yes. I mean, there's some elements in the original idea that might make its way into
Well,
a
sure.
certain comic with a certain
It's understandable.
angel character.
I dig it.
Alright. Time for the goblins.
Goblin. Goblin time.
Alright. Because I am anal about making sure I get my own shit right. I am pulling up one of the tokens.
Nice.
Here we go.
Reference.
Goblin. These are the goblins for the pack I'm making. They are small, fat pigs, or as Morin called it, some kind of bunny rabbits with sharp teeth.
That's right. She did. I don't think that's what bunny rabbits look like, Lauren.
So they're like, you know what a goblin looks like.
Yeah.
I love Rashna was sitting there when I was showing y'all the sketches, like, is this foreshadowing? And I'm like, no.
No.
Lying
I
through my
mean,
teeth.
uh-huh. Why would you think that?
What? No.
I mean, you do it. You're gonna find an excuse to use it, so yes. The
Yes.
answer is yes.
Always.
Definitely. What was the star?
The star? Oh, that was a joke about you tried. So I do a little star with
Oh,
try in it.
yes. Yes, okay. I showed up so late, I didn't see it, so yeah.
But you can't hear the context because you're listening to me, so like you missed that part. But yeah, that's what we were doing.
Good job.
Yeah, so tokens. I'm making them. I'm starting. Originally, I was going to do it environment packs and go little by little. But what I'm doing instead is I went through and split up the monster manual into 14 packs, based on like going through and collecting some most common, some that wound up accidental themes and stuff like that until I get through all of them. And then I'm gonna go through and do environment packs, and some creatures will have different environment variants.
I love that.
Yeah. There will be a difference between an Arctic wolf and a forest wolf, for example.
Yeah. That would make
You're thumping around, that's my neighbors, and I apologize.
Oh my goodness. I can hear it just faintly, but like that's
Yes. This morning I was joking with Ramona, like, you know that commercial that keeps coming up on Hulu where they have a clogging problem and it shows the family upstairs tap dancing? That's
does
how
that feel like your situation?
oh yeah, that's how I felt since they moved in.
My goodness.
Roommate's starting to get some of that too.
Flowers in chat.
Huh?
The icon.
Oh yeah. Here in time for the last 25 minutes. Yay!
Yes. Oh, this is Lost in Legends talking, and the other one.
Yes. I am the dungeon
Oh my
minx.
gosh.
What?
The goblin on the bottom, his face. I love it. He looks like such a mischief maker.
Yes.
Oh. The fact that there's a delay, it's just, I'm sorry, I end up like talking about stuff that you've like long since finished, but it's just now showing up for me.
It's fine, it's
Oh, that
hilarious.
face. The mischief. I love it.
Think I'm back to books. Some shit. I've been trying to find a way to use my design from way back when of the little trash goblin that I designed, Peter.
Yes. Oh, yes, that'd be good.
I just have to figure out how to class that or use it.
Yeah.
Definitely is an NPC. Like, that is not a character that I can play a campaign with, but
No. NPC makes all the sharp little needles.
yes. I keep mentally cycling through different memes that are making me think of right now. like that I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.
Yes.
The one at the top right that I'm currently drawing right now is the one doing like, "Do you want to fight me? Do you want to catch
Yes.
his hands?"
I feel like that's just like the goblin anthem all around.
Yes. I mean, Fury of the Small. They got it.
Yep.
Of course, it's goblins in the Krampus barrel. Who are the bad chaos children of D&D? Goblins.
Yep. Most definitely. Yeah, I love how he's grabbing her horn. That's just so cute. It's such a nice little detail. It's so precious. In like the most chaotic and mischievous sort of way.
Little hands.
Mm-hmm. So baby Peter must be like itty bitty then if goblins are so small anyway.
Yeah, like baby Peter is about the size of these barrel goblins. Probably a little smaller because
Okay.
he is a goblin infant, like barely a toddler, whereas these
Right.
guys are like,
These are pretty small.
yeah.
They're full grown. Yeah. Little. No bite.
Honestly surprised that the DM didn't have at one point during the whole Goblin Village party something like 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Oh gosh, yes.
This is totally gonna be my Christmas card.
Yep. It's perfect, honestly. Do it. No. No.
Which kitten is being told no?
Oh no, I said add some snow and you're good to go.
Okay.
Although I usually am telling somebody no at some point. Right now they're all sleeping, so it's a rare
Aww.
moment of no nos.
Soft babies.
Soft babies. Grim is on top of the cat tree. He
Aww.
is king of the mountain. They broke the top tier of their cat tree off.
No! Bad
Their fat
kittens!
butt. too heavy for it, and they were like trying to wrestle on top of it, and it just snapped off.
Oh no.
It was funny.
Yeah,
Oh, you heard me talking about you, so you had to come over. Okay.
Aw. Chai's has been leaning, so I turned it so it would be leaning in
Oh
the other direction. Try and counter the weight.
no. Nice. Yes.
Like he was playing around up there last night. Or my roommate pointed out. She said, "They're like, doesn't he look a little isn't that leading a bit?" I'm like, yeah, it's a 20-pound cat on top of that thing.
Yep. Most of those cat trees are not really made for big kitties.
They're honestly mostly made for kittens. Like some of the stuff in here,
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't seen an adult. I've never had an adult cat that would fit in there. I mean, I know they exist, but none of the
Oh
ones
yeah.
that I've had, all of my cats have been gigantic. Yeah. You like some kind of big happy holidays littering.
Yeah. One of my clients was so sweet yesterday. She gave me two Christmas like face masks. She's like,
Aww.
I saw these, and I know you're being good about keeping masks up, so I figured you might as well wear some festive ones. They like
Aw.
she like got like the filters and everything to put on them. It was so sweet of her. I was like so touched. It was really cute.
Yeah. Not the closed areas in this drawing. Not gonna be able to color the whole thing for the stream today, but
Yeah.
get the flats in there.
I love it.
Huh?
Said I love it. I want her coat.
Which version of it? The new furry version or the old version too?
Either one, either one. I don't care. It's got like piratey vibes to it, so I won.
E.
Got the cuff sleeves and it's long with a big slit. Yes.
Yeah.
Although if I were to actually wear it, it would be way too long for me because she's tall.
Yeah, she's tall. She is
She's
tall.
tall.
Yeah. 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 Okay. I fixed it. Just trying to hunt all the open spaces in the line work. No. Yeah. Ooh, look at it. Ta-da! Sort of. Colors may be subject to change, but making the letters look like this for now. Oh, it's so tiny. Okay, I gotta get the bigger tile. There it is. Got her colors in there. Look at all that. Yeah.
Been listening to that Christmas punk playlist that you shared via
Ooh.
TikTok. Oh, it's so good.
Nice. I'm gonna have to listen to that all
Yeah,
morning.
there were several on the list already that were favorites, but yeah, there's some.
Probably listen to that while cleaning the house, because I think that's what I'm gonna do after this.
Oh,
Kind of
that's
like
a
a
good
little
idea.
break between this and drawing. So I've got
Yeah,
some sketches to get done after.
gotcha.
Yeah. I know for a fact I've talked about this before, but I cannot get over the fact that dark green looks like the blackest black in cartoon characters. I cannot get over that.
Dark green.
Dark green. Well, for the one I used for Bree, they
Yeah,
like this dark yellow orange. But if you go to like a dark
yeah.
green, it's like for some reason
Mhm.
the blackest looking black. It looks sleek. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
it's true. Weird.
Like I do not understand.
What is this?
Finally drawing her from an angle where I could see the horn that's still there, because it's always,
Yes,
I'm always drawing her facing the other direction. So it's like you get the
that's
broken side.
true. Yes, I just get to see the horn now.
Yeah, scar in there. Just the one. Yeah. I mean, realistically, she would have some more than what I've given her, but these are the most
Oh, for sure. I'm sure she's got quite a few.
quite a few. I mean, it happens when the first nightly activity is nearly getting your head bitten off by a half ogre.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty intense.
yeah. Just the question of it of why she speaks giant is like, oh, is it so you and Crowther can have quiet like personal conversations? It's like no, because they were my favorite enemy. Oh,
Yeah, I like hunting them. No big deal.
like her kingdom had a giant problem.
That makes
She probably spoke like really broken, rudimentary giant when she first met Crowthar,
sense. Yeah.
and then learned more conversational
Maybe
giant
help
from being
her
friends with him.
refine it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no. Daily flowers are sleepy, but they're drinking hot milk and honey. That's gonna make you sleepy.
So I've never actually had that hot milk and honey thing.
I have had it. I've never been able to get into just like hot milk or warm milk or whatever. Just drinking it plain has never been appetizing.
Yeah, no, I need like chocolate in there.
Exactly. Make it hot cocoa. You've got a deal, or at least tea. Tea with a lot of milk. Sure, I could do that because it still has the tea flavor in there. But I can't just hot milk.
I need little bitty
Very red
soft. with 100
Now,
sides.
is her skin naturally darker around her eyes, or does she wear like it's like eyeshadow?
It's like slightly darker where it's thinner, but no, she wears like makeup.
Okay.
Like she has some that's just slightly a bit of a natural dark around her eyelids, but she adds more to it
Hmm.
to make it more dramatic. The way I do it is I just put like a big bunch of blur around her eyes, like she looks like a raccoon, and then take
Yes.
her skin color and blotch it back
Yes.
in.
Nice. But there is some natural markings there, or
Slightly,
coloration, actually.
just slightly. Most of it is makeup that she just smeared on and left there for a few weeks.
Yeah, when you're a rock star, you can do that.
Yeah. Although now that you ask, the way I kind of block it in does make it kind of look like it's a natural marking with the little bitty lighter blotches going in there.
But yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it looks cool either way.
Honestly, I could probably just say it's natural.
Mhm. I believe it.
Okay, I do it that way. There we go. That's a little better. Raccoon face. I don't draw her enough.
You need to draw more. You need to draw all of your characters more.
I do.
I'm gonna start using my monthly sketch Patreon
Oh
rewards to
no.
make you draw your characters.
Oh no.
You don't draw them enough on your own.
I know.
That way you can do it guilt free though. Because you're just drawing a reward for your patron.
Exactly. Will some of them be ships between my characters and yours? Possibly.
Right about that. Scaly Flower says they love your line art so much.
Aw, thanks. I'm glad you were available to come on today. I was worried that I wouldn't have somebody to watch the comment section.
Aww.
Like I'm
Yeah, it
cool
worked
doing,
out.
yeah. Like I'm cool doing a chill stream where it's like I'm just gonna draw. But I always feel bad if it's like if
Yeah.
someone tries to talk to me while I'm staring at the
It's
canvas,
easy to
I'm not
miss,
gonna know. Yeah.
for sure. Haha. They said that they were watching a video about Krampus before they saw the status about the stream. Perfect timing. That's hilarious. Holy Lord, why did I just say that?
Huh? Winnie?
It should work out for me to be able to be on next Friday as well. I
Ooh.
think. Sorry, what?
Yeah, you said something about why did I just say that? I was like, what's the matter? What happened?
Oh, I said what a coinky dink, and then I was like, oh, I hate that word. Why did I say that?
It's fun when
But
you do.
yes,
It's fun when you do it to fuck
ah,
around.
sure. Um, but yeah, it should work out if you're planning on doing it next Friday as well. I should be able to be on. I might be a tiny bit late, but I should be.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it at least for this month every Friday, and then starting in January, maybe
Mm-hmm.
every other Friday. Depends on how
Yeah,
doing it
that'd be
every week
awesome.
feels.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, don't push yourself for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
Like, I only
and then
just
you know
figured
that.
out how working with ADHD works, so I don't need to go and burn
Yes.
myself out.
No, let's not overload yourself again. Let's be
Yes.
careful. Self
That's
care.
yes, that's another thing that came from this year is I now have on my medical records has ADHD. It's official now.
Medically verified.
Yes. Like I was put through this. She's like, all right, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, this, and this, and this, and then when we were finished with the screening, she's like, okay, so you said yes to everything. Like there wasn't a single symptom screen that I was
Oh
negative for.
no.
I was sitting there like saying yes to everything.
No, not only do you have ADHD, you have
I
ADHD
have
and
ADHD.
have had it for your entire life.
Like
Yeah.
everything I find on signs I should have known as a child, it is me. It is me.
Yeah.
Cause like,
Isn't that so often how it goes though?
yeah,
Everyone's like, "Oh, that makes sense now."
like oh
Amazing.
now I get it.
Mhm.
That was me the whole time. Ugh,
But at
so
least
bad.
you know now, so you're able to educate yourself and adjust, take it into consideration, and handle things better now because you're able to come at it from that perspective, being able to, either give yourself more structure in areas that you need or give yourself more grace in areas that you need
Yeah.
because that's how it works.
Yeah. I'm slightly disappointed that I forgot how her coat was made and drew the pirate sleeves. But I love the pirate sleeves, so I'm gonna say that she has more than one coat. But I have like these draped kind of big
Oh,
sleeves on the original design.
oh, that's right. You did because it's just
Yeah.
they kind of like stop at her elbows, don't they? I
Yeah,
think
it's
I'm
like this kind
remembering
of
right.
overcoat drape thing, and
Yeah,
she just kind of sticks
she
her arms
seems like
through.
she'd have multiple. Yeah,
Definitely.
she seems like she would have probably like a bunch of different coats that are all like long, like long
Yes.
length, but varying sleeves and collars.
Yes. Like she's got a few different long coats for different shows, but the one with the drape sleeves is specifically the one that's like all falling apart because it's old and it's her and it's still got her like crest and stuff
Oh,
on
it's
it.
like her comfort one and her like original one.
Yeah. I need to fix her tail spade because I forgot the little hook that I put in it.
Oh, can't forget the hook.
Can't forget the hook.
Oh, silly flower says the design now.
Huh?
Silly flower says they like the design.
Yeah, I was really happy when I first designed her. I was like, ooh, I like this. I like this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Hook spade.
It's always fun when you like design a character that just has like a really like appealing aesthetic for you. You're like, yes, this I like this. This is what I
Yes.
like.
All right, I'm gonna get her pants real fast, and then her belt, and then I think that's where we'll end it today.
I'm good.
I am hungry.
Oh, yep. Get the food.
That's one thing, but
Did you make sure to drink coffee earlier?
yes, I have it right beside me. Yeah, that's one thing that my doctors are both sitting there like, How about your appetite? Are you doing good? Because what I'm taking now for like my anxiety and everything, and also to help with my
Mhm.
ADHD, because it turns out when I'm not anxious and depressed about everything, it's a lot easier to manage my symptoms when I'm not sitting there
Yes.
getting depressed about it. Like I'm still
You can
distracted
actually
like a
focus.
goldfish. Yeah, guess
Well,
I'm.
yeah, somewhat focused. Let's
Yeah,
be
like
honest, but
it's
you
like
know.
come on now, but like I still like I still have the attention span of a goldfish, but when I can't focus on one thing, I have the energy to just do something else,
Yes.
which feels good. It feels good to never not be doing, because like
Yeah.
that's one thing that used to bug the crap out of me is like I feel like I'm not doing anything and it's pissing me off.
Yeah. That's tough.
Like now I might be doing some inane bullshit, but I'm doing something.
Yes. It's something,
Also,
and
like
that's
no
good.
no more guilting myself over the fact that I have an executive dysfunction because I literally didn't know what it was until the age of
Yeah.
24, and then didn't know that I had it until this year.
Yep. Fortunately, you can't go back and change that stuff retroactively. So, yep.
Nope.
Best thing you can do is just focus on it and move forward with that in mind.
Yep. No, it's just been weird because like
You're doing
literally
good.
all of the things like oh I was a former quote unquote gifted child that's now struggling as an adult. It's like hi me, and it's because I would hyper focus on everything. I would be so understimulated in school that I'd be constantly like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Okay, what's the next thing?
Yep.
Man, is that just what color she is? Oops. My usual go-to for metal is like a 60 or a 50 on the grayscale. If I don't want it to be
Uh-huh.
too dark, it's a 60, but she's a 60. That's like my favorite
Oh
gray to
no.
use, which is why I
Oh no.
use it for her. But like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have these be like dark chains. These are gonna be at a 40. Yeah, that way they stand out. I have favorite color numbers that I use. It's the funniest thing. Like my grays for flat shadows, if I'm not doing like fancy graded shadows, it's always a 60
Yes.
gray multiplied. Like 60 gray multiplied with the mood overlay that I do on my comic pages. It's the basic shading for me.
That works.
Yep.
Funny when you get colors specific.
Like, do you? It's just gonna be like that's the screening question. Whenever you're trying to see if somebody, like how digital they work, it's like, what's your favorite color? No, the number.
The number specifically.
Yes, you know what it is.
Yeah, I never did digital art enough for that to become
Yeah, you're a sketchbooker.
a. I use light coloring. Yeah, basically. And
No,
even that's pretty generous these days.
yeah. No, I was just scrolling through Twitter while we were waiting for the game to start yesterday, and I remember saying it, but I'm gonna say it again because it still bugs me. But I just scrolled around and saw somebody they did a process video of something they were sketching, and it looked good. They were in really good style. But I noticed that in their sketch, because they were really zoomed in, their lines were anti-aliased, and that's because like most lines,
Oh.
it's the pixels make this jagged outline, which when you're zoomed in doesn't look good, which is why you need to work at a higher resolution at like 300 dpi, especially if you want to get it printed. Whereas anti-alias, it like blurs
Yeah.
that so it looks smooth. Um,
Oh.
if you ever want to reproduce your art, do not do the anti-aliasing. Always make sure that those little jagged lines are still there, because if you print it with the anti-alias on, and if you don't work at like 700 dpi when you were doing it, that line work is going to be so blurry. Like you're not going to be able to necessarily see it easily, but just looking at it, you'll be able to tell something's wrong here. And even digitally, though, if
Hmm.
you work at the right resolution with the aliasing, it just looks crisper If you have a
Yeah.
softer aesthetic, then do the softer lines. But if you want to reproduce and make sure that your line art is coming out right, please, for God's sake.
Dude.
And that was the most important thing that I learned. And like in Manga Studio, it because of the way it rasterizes it, it looks like it's alias, but it's not. See, look at that. See that jagged line that I'm showing on the screen?
I mean, I'll
You
see it
want
in
that.
5 minutes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll see it in 5 minutes. But you want that.
Yes, makes
Yeah.
sense. Scaly Flower said they're having a really hard time trying to understand us both because of our accents and how quickly we speak.
Oh no.
And I'm over here laughing because it's like it's funny to think of us having accents. Because to us, it feels like we don't, but of
Yeah.
course, to someone else, it would feel that way. So
What
it just
accent
amuses
do
me
I
how everyone
have?
feels like they talk normal, but it's an accent to someone else.
Yeah. Like, what accent do
I
I
love it.
even have? Like, what is my accent now? I know what it used to be. When I
I
lived
don't
in.
know. There's
Yeah.
definitely times where you sound like a New Yorker, but not like super strong. But you also sound like you come from the South every now and then. You get a bit of a drawl.
I still y'all.
Y'all.
Y'all. Wooder.
Oh no. At least you don't do the Jersey water. Oh. Oh man. One thing that people do out here is they say wash. They throw an R in wash. Wash. Go wash your hands or a wash rag, and I hate it. I can't. What?
It's like
Funny.
when I lived in
Hate
North
it.
Carolina, people would always tell me that I sounded like I was from up north. But when I moved here, people are
Hmm.
like, "Are you from the South? What state are you from?"
You're like just enough in between that you sound like the other, depending on where you're at.
Yeah. Like
Funny.
when I started getting asked that at the checkout line at work, I'd be like, "I don't know anymore." I said I was going to stop after the pants, but I got into coloring everything else. Oh
Got
God,
distracted.
I got distracted. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put the flat on the barrel and then the flat on the goblins. No details on the goblins because it'll
So,
take too long,
so
but the flat.
made.
Just separate them out from Bree. And yes, if you read my comic and recognize that name, well, actually, you might not know that's her name yet, but if you will recognize that name,
I think you've mentioned. I think it has been.
possibly,
I
yeah.
think it came up. I'm pretty sure it
I like the name. I really
came.
do.
It's a
I
good name.
couldn't think of another word for her when I was designing her for the new game. So I was like, I like Bree. I'm going to use the name Bree, even though I have a character in my comic who's an antagonist whose name is Bree.
It's a good name. It's
And
a
in
fun.
my defense, it's short for something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Goblins are green now. Fur coat needs to be gray, but lighter. A little bit tan gray. Want all the elements to be their bases before we stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll finish this weekend, and it will be my Christmas.
Yep, there you go. Got your Christmas card knocked out.
Yee. Wonder what we should talk about next week. There's not a lot to that happened in 2020 other than for that to be the topic for
I
the
mean,
entire month.
depending on someone else can join us. I mean, we could ask what they did for 20.
Yeah. Like, we could get somebody else go like, this is what we talked about last week. What did you? What
Yeah.
was it for you? And then we can just segue into whatever the topic of the week for then is. Because I do have like a
Okay.
list somewhere, but I like until last minute I was like, I guess I'm gonna be alone today.
Oh.
Hmm.
Woo. Well, it ended up working out that I had today off, so yay.
Yeah.
I'll be able to do every other Friday. Most Fridays I do work until like 4 or 5, so it would be kind of rough.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to because usually the clients are at home, and I wouldn't want to have to try and be in chat while I'm working because there'd be a lot of background noise, so I wouldn't mess with that. But
Yeah.
um, I would definitely be able to do every other Friday because I'm usually done by around 12:30 my time. Gives
Sweet.
me time for yeah. Yeah, but even on this, even if it ended up being Fridays that I wouldn't be able to join in chat, like my schedule and work is flexible enough that I'd be able to engage in chat a little bit at least, and I'd be
Yeah.
listening while you guys are doing
Of course.
that.
Okay. Go away, Krampus. There we go. There's my Christmas card. There's still some tweaking that needs to get done, but oh no, I colored her
Yay!
finger.
Oh.
You'll see it in 5 minutes.
Yep. Right now everything still looks normal. Goblins haven't been colored yet, so.
Oh. Here, I will print screen and show you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw the chat just going like crazy. Alright, I'm showing you on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Oh, it looks fantastic. I love it.
Yes. Alright, I will finish all the goblins and shit and the shading this weekend.
All right.
Alright.
Good.
Thank you, everybody. All 2 people who are watching. Audience? What audience? Alright.
People might be listening later.
Yeah. Alright, we will be back next week at 2 p.m. on Friday. Thank you very much. Where's my streaming control? Okay, bye!
Bye bye.